This one here, I just call it the Atlikum Pole. It's dedicated solely to the legend which comes from Guilford Island and is the rights of my family. The middle figure is a child. His name is Kwakobalus. And when he was given birth to, his mother died. And so his father on the bottom, who loved his wife very much, could not come to reconciliation with it, and consequently he mistreated Kwakobalus physically, emotionally, tormented him through his young life, and at some point Kwakobalus thought to himself that maybe it's better if I'm not here. And so one day when he was going down to gather water, and he decided that he would leave something personal of his, as well as the water container, so that his father would think that he drowned in the river, and he took off and ran away. After about 3 days or so, he got tired, maybe a couple days of running. He decided that he was going to rest and set a snare for a grouse or something so that he could eat. And this here, on the very top, is the grouse. And he woke up, but he was actually still in his dream. And the grouse sent him a telepathic sort of message. He didn't say anything verbally to him, but said, if you do not kill me or take my life, I will show you the secrets of my world. And so Kwakobalus took his dagger and cut the spruce root which is around the grouse's foot. And the grouse took off, and Kwakobalus followed him. And through following him, he came amongst, there's over 40 masks in the Atlikum series. I'll give you specifics of a few of them, which helped us to teach and understand how we treat people, how we stand in the world. There's on the mask, on this pole, I have the stump mask, which is on the right-hand side. And because the stump is stuck in the ground, it's unable to move. And so, therefore, it feels a frustration that it can't affect the world that surrounds him. So he's like feeling resentful that he's stuck there, as well as the fact that he can affect the world around him. And oftentimes, that's how we feel as humans. The one on the left-hand side of the pole is a mother giving birth, which is a central part of his mistreatment, because she died, but he understood after that the preciousness of the mother giving birth and life continuing on. There's also, in the series, there's the Atlikum Laugher, which teaches us about humor and that lighter side of life. The ground preparer. Many of us in our own professions, when I'm doing my painting, I set up my paints. I get everything prepared so that I'm ready to take on that task. You know, it's making sacred every point in our life. You know, whether it's doing the dishes or cooking for ourselves. You know, we set up all our vegetables and all that type of stuff and get it all prepared so that it comes out right. And then there's a sneezer. That's the only point in our life where we have no control over our own selves. When we're sneezing, we have no control over it. So it teaches us that one instance, or perhaps many instances in our life, when we don't have control of the events that are happening. I'm trying to think. Oh, there's a number of other ones, like the thrush bathing teaches us about cleanliness and hygiene. So through all the creatures that he met as he was following the grouse, he understood what his father was going through and the pain that he had with the loss of his wife. And so he was actually able to forgive his father for mistreating him. And so in the pole, I have him with gifts. He's coming back with the masks and the understanding that he learned from the grouse. And he woke up out of his dream, and there was a grouse in his snare. He walked up and cut the root, and the grouse took off. But he didn't follow him. He went back home. And he brought the story of the Atlikum and the forgiveness that he was able to give his father. Also, his father, his hands are down like this because he's unable to offer or accept, you know. And so through Kwakobalus' learning, he was able to forgive his father, and his father, through the masks, gained understanding and was able to forgive his son as well. In our dances, in our ceremonies, the grouse is the first one to come out. He's also called the caller. And what he does is he comes out to the corner and he speaks to the four corners, to the spirits. But he also goes to the main gate behind the camellias, which is our family painting behind the drummers, and he calls out every dancer. And what another part of the dance is, this root, the spruce root, is a magical root, has supernatural powers, and it has its own place. And behind the grouse as he's dancing, this is the form of the dancer. It's not in the form of the grouse, the actual bird. This is a supernatural form of him. There's a spruce, and he comes out after the thing because he's hanging off the foot of the grouse, right? And he comes out and he's following to every corner. He's got a funny face and he goes like that, right? As he's doing his dance, that guy comes from corner to corner. It's quite a humorous part of the dance. You know, sometimes you need a little levity when there's such a serious tone to the story. And that's about it for the Atlikum series.
Ultimately, it's a story of redemption.
Yes, because understanding all levels of life, that we're able to see things in a different light and have more compassion and understanding for other people.